So I will be starting the class already. So wait. Okay, let's start. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you ask again? So I hope my screen is visible because maybe I'm talking here but nothing can be seen. Okay, so just wait. So we will start with the first method of proof, the direct proof. But I'll just go a little about some terms that you need to consider, like theorem. A theorem is a statement that can be shown to be true. So if you are given a theorem, it's a statement that can be shown to be true. So we can demonstrate that a theorem is true with a sequence of statements that form an argument called a proof. So if you have a theorem, you can prove it, no? And then these are the ways on how to prove some theorems. Kind of direct, indirect, and then also the one that we will be having now, the mathematical induction. So I direct proof of a mathematical theorem P, then Q. Di ba? Kani siya, mumaning sa logic and set theory, ang P and Q. Tama? Murag, if P, then Q. Murag, yan siya ba? If P, if then maning statement, then Q. Is usually done by putting axioms and theorems in the format uh, if P, then R, and if R, then S, and if S, then T, and then we have here ellipsis, if Z, and then Q. So this will be our next partner, si P na then o si Q. That's why you can have PQ, no? It's P, then Q. Therefore, it's done by the law of logic or syllogism. You have this in your logic and set theory. So I will not go over with that anymore, but you already have that one, no? It's a conditional statement. Ang if then, tama, no? Last time you had conjunction, disjunction, and then you have conditional and biconditional. So now, can you see my writings on the screen? Makita ng writings still eh. Hello?
Makita.
Sige. So, mo maning upat nga inyong gitunan last time sa logic and set theory, di ba? Nag-proving man mo ani kung conjunction ba siya, disjunction, conditional, or biconditional. So, in this direct proof, we are using the conditional, no? Katong if P then Q. Kana siya. So, to assume this, to do the direct proof, you need to assume that P is true. So, you need to assume that your P is true and then prove that your Q is also true. Para gamito nimo si P nga true siya, dayon dapat ma-prove nimo nga true si Q so that you can prove it directly. So, let's have an example. Kani siya. The square of every number is even. So let's have that as an example. How will we prove that? Okay, na itong problem. Okay, the square of every number is even, but it is not on the PQ. Dili man siya P then Q nga format. So ato sa siyang himuon nga P then Q nga format. So if you have the square of every number is if even, so possible if x, ato na siyang i-convert ha, if x is even, then x squared is even. Kaya siya, muna itong i-prove. Sige, itong i-prove. If x is even, then x squared is even. Sige, let's have another screen kaya. Screen. Sige, let's prove that one. Okay, prove. I hope you are taking notes or you are taking pictures of this because I will not repeat this anymore. Okay, if x is even, then x squared is even. Ika na siya. So how do we prove it? Okay. We need to assume that our if statement is true. This is the P. The P must be true. And then prove that the Q is also true. Yan na siya. Prove this. Yan siya ka-assume. Okay, the first thing that we need to do if prove through direct proof is we need to know the definition. What's the definition of an even number? Diba? So maybe if I'll be giving a definition, say ka na. An integer x is even if and only if x is equal to 2a. For some integer a. On the other hand, okay, take note of the definition ha. On the other hand, an integer x is odd. Okay. Muna siya ang even ha. Kung ang isa odd, if and only if x is equal to 2a plus 1 for some integer, let's say a. Okay. Okay, were you able to get the definition? Hello? Hello, guys? Hello? Okay, so if we say
Yes, sir.
even, okay, if it's say even, you can just, it is multiple of 2, tama? It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So A here is any number, like pwede si A mahimong 1. So the first is 2. Si A pwede mahimong 2, that will be 4. Pwede siya mahimong 3, that will be 6, something like that. Then you put sa odd, 2A plus 1. Kung si A 1, so this is 3, tama? 2 times 1 plus 1. Or 2 times 2 plus 1, that will be 5. So muna siyang mga odd. So muna itong gamitan. Okay, so let's prove it using direct proof. Okay, direct proof. Sige. Okay, the first thing that we do is assume that P is true. So suppose X is even. Okay, kana. Di ba? Muna atong P. So ang next ay yun, by definition, so gamitin natin sa definition. By definition, x is equal to 2a for some integer a. Correct? Asa mo nagikan si x is equal to 2a, gikan na siya sa definition sa even number. When you say x is even, then x is equal to 2a based from the definition. And then we need to square both sides. Okay, kinahanglan na ito makuha ang x squared, tama? So, square na ito both sides. Square both sides of x is equal to 2a. Then we can have, kasi may tabo sa'yo kung square na to siya, may mo siyang x squared is equal to, si x gi square o si 2a gi square. So you'll have x squared is equal to 4a squared. Okay. From that, we could say that pwede na to ipagawas ang kuan kani. Kaya dapat man good mahimo siya nga 2a para mahimo siya nga even 2 times a. So you can have x squared is equal to, pagawas ito si 2 anong 4, ang mabilin is 2a squared, correct? Okay. So now, since we have 2, so therefore it's also even. We let c is equal to 2a squared for some integer c. Then, x squared is equal to 2c. Hence, x squared is an even number by definition. Okay, did you get it? Okay, let's prove another one. Kay pasin ganahan mo sige mag-prove no. Kay mo itong buhaton ani nga class. Sorry, but this is really a proving class. Screen. Let me have another color. Okay, sige, let's try to prove it. If n is odd, then 3n plus 2 is odd. Sige, kindly prove it sa inyo ang koan, sa inyong chair siguro, or sa inyong table. I cannot see human physically. Okay, so here's the proof. Okay, so it's a direct proof. So the first is we assume that n is odd. Correct? Parehas ta, miss? Okay, so ito siya answer. Okay, we assume that this is true. So prove that this is true. It's a question. So assume that n is odd. Then by definition of an odd number, n is equal to 2a plus 1, correct? For some integer a. Okay. Then, three n plus 2 is just equal to 3 times 2a plus 1 plus 2. Asa nagikan si 2a plus 1? Gikan ni ka n. So, ayun na to ang color para makita ninyo. Let's have another color. Maybe this one. So, this is from n. Kana siya muna siya si n. Okay, ato na din siyang ikuan. Pila man na siya ang 3 times 2a plus 1 plus 2. So, 3 times 2a, that's 6a. And then plus 3 times 1, 3 plus 2. So, if you add it up, that is 6a plus 5. But take note, if you say odd number, you can convert it to 2a plus 1. Therefore, you can have 6a plus, what do we do here? 6a plus 4, tama? Plus 1. And then if we have 6a plus 4, you can convert it into 2 times 3a plus 2. Correct? 6a, tama. Plus 1. Okay. Na kay 2, ang iyang format, kanina format kay nahimo siyang, ako siyang ikuan. Mura siya 2a plus 1 na dahil niyang format. So, ganahan ko sa C mo good always. Let C is equal to 3a plus 2. Then, this will become let C is equal to, then what will happen? You will have 3n plus 2 is equal to, for some a. Let C is equal to 3a plus 2 for some a. So then 3n plus 2 is equal to 2c plus 1, correct? Kanina dahil ang next. Hence, 3n plus 2 by definition is an odd number. Okay, so we're done with our proof.